Hey, QArmy, welcome back. Another show. Here we go. What do I hear? Boom, boom, boom. Zzz. Where we go one, we go all, guys. Fight, 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 and fight we will. It's what we do every day on this Matrixxx Groove Hour. It's really awesome to be over the target, guys, and we're going to get in on that in a little bit. But first, I want to introduce my partner in justice, Shady Groove. Shady.
Good day, sir. Anon's Patriots. How is everyone doing today? Boy, we got another day in the trenches out here.
Oh my gosh, we got another day in the trenches, that's for sure. I want to real quick make sure you guys don't forget to help us out with my redpillliving.com /intheMatrixxx. Let's check that out. For some reason, let me just make sure the sound is working. Hang on. Do. Huh.
Not hearing the sound.
Yeah, that's weird, Shady. Hang on. Should be working, but it's not.
Interesting.
Living.com.
There we go.
Red Pill Living has real health products that support longevity, vitality, and detoxification against the deep state attacks on your health. It's redpillliving.com.
/intheMatrixxx.
Stand up. Speak up.
Right, so we couldn't hear that whole commercial, but redpillliving.com is one of our major sponsors, and we really need your help, folks, with a lot of this, because we actually are working hard for you guys every day, and redpillliving.com is a Patriot-run organization helping Patriot people that, you know, like you and me, Shady, like people that are patriots that want to get the word out every day. And we do know that we need to watch our health right now, especially. So we've got the Carbon C60 products. We've got the coffee to keep you guys awake, right? And colloidal silver right now is a very good thing to get right about now. And don't forget about the liposomals. Okay, the liposomal supplements, vitamin C, the turmeric, the D3, the B12. And here are some of the featured products today. The Keto Balance, the chelation cream. If you guys are, you know, wanting to detox with the heavy metals, the chelation cream is a really good thing to use. In fact, I actually had somebody that used it, and around where they applied it, the skin started getting like, you know, messed up a little bit because all of the stuff is coming out, guys. Like, it's interesting, almost like a quote unquote rash of some sort. But after they did that, they felt 100% better. So just very interesting stuff, guys. Thank you to Red Pill Living for supporting us. You get free shipping, $45 or more, Shady.
Yes, and like you said, this is a Patriot promoted and organized company, and that means that the people that are making the products have your best interest in mind and are attempting to help us with all the poisons in our environment.
That's right. That's right. So we got 816 beautiful Patriots. Oh, 834 beautiful Patriots watching right now. Please, I dare you, share it. Share the stream. Yesterday, Shady, we had quite a dig, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We had a big, massive day on the air yesterday, plus a little bit of a confirmation from the president. And then all, you know what, broke loose.
Yeah, all hell broke loose. This is what happened to us yesterday, guys. Channel demonetization. The demons demonetized us. So we're no longer eligible here to monetize because apparently, Shady, we have harmful content.
We have harmful content, and we are
It's called free speech, right?
Yeah, we have harmful content, not free speech, and we actually were speaking yesterday about the channel and how we try to prevent exactly this. And look, no matter what we do, we're not throwing the F word around every 5 seconds, and we're not talking about
Frank.
gory, disgusting things.
Yeah.
And still, we can't jump through their hoops. So for all the people who were members here on the program, your emojis will now be gone.
Yep.
And you cannot sign up through YouTube any longer, and you will no longer be able to donate to us via super chat. So they will not give us anything for playing our videos and putting commercials on them. So big win for YouTube out there.
Yeah, big win. And by the way, our viewership was up 226% in subscribers. So I guess when you're over the target, they do things to you. I understand Just Informed Talk was also, possibly quite frankly, several Patriots out there, guys.
Yeah, we are change, and so some
Yeah,
other ones.
Luke Radowski. What's that guy from that did the Loose Change?
Yeah.
Jason Burmis, I guess.
Burmis.
Yeah. So interesting that we were. There you go, guys. So welcome to the New World Order.
Welcome to censorship in the modern age. I mean, you most of you were here on the stream yesterday, and yes, we were talking about some unusual things, but considering what you can currently go search and find on YouTube, I don't think we were hitting those marks.
Yeah, no. By the way, I really do think, guys, that live dig in regards to 1917 and our POTUS with shovels and the war, the mines, guys, and the outbreak. Apparently one of the things that you can do is get busted for is talking about global pandemics. So we talked about 1917 and the global pandemic. What was that called, Shady? What was the typhoid?
Typhus.
Typhus. 300,000 people died in 1917 when the British went over to Germany and blew up their tunnels. Amazing, right? And it's like all the people of the countries started their manufacturing to help the war effort. It's exactly what's happening, kind of like today, which is why our president says 1917. Because the Spanish flu, Shady, was actually, if you look at Spanish flu, it's called the Spanish flu of
1918.
That's right. So, and we see things that are interesting. So I just want to give you guys another option too. This is Cash App. If you guys have Cash App, I figured out we got to try to figure out how to get around these guys. It's $Jeffrey123 if you have that. Zelle, if you have Zelle, it's Zelle. It's ITM at intheMatrixxx.com. In fact, that's my email as well, guys. We also, remember, we have the PayPal as well, and that's paypal.me/intheMatrixxx. And we also have Patreon. Now, the Patreon, God bless the YouTube members. I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody right now.
I have to second what you're getting ready to say.
So these YouTube members are so understanding. They've actually sent a couple donations, Shady. They said, okay, so they're not going to request a refund. However, YouTube automatically refunded a bunch of them.
Looks like they've automatically refunded, maybe going all the way back into March.
So that's what we're looking at, guys. So they've demonetized us. And you guys did it on your own to support us. And you don't know how amazing that makes us feel.
Well, it definitely makes us feel like we're not going to stop because you guys are all worth fighting for. And we know that you feel the same way we do, right? I mean, that's the point of this. The point of this is to get the message out.
Yeah. And Shady, so our YouTube members in Discord discontinued their YouTube, came over here to Patreon and got the $10 a month Discord server benefit.
Thank you very much.
And you guys, you don't know how amazing that made me feel last night.
I was over there. I was over there talking to you guys after the show yesterday. Whenever this all happened, I was in the middle of a conversation. Whenever it kind of like got pulled away, and then I had other stuff going on yesterday, and it ended up being like, oh God. So I apologize for running out on the conversation, but it was a little bit to juggle.
Yeah. So there's the Zelle. Somebody wanted to see Zelle again. So Mods, we need to make sure we go, I need to put it underneath here too. Zelle is ITM at intheMatrixx with 3 X's.com. We've got Cash App, $Jeffrey123, and Pickles actually tested that out to me, for me. So thank you, Pickles. Love you very much. And she suggested that we get these as well. Then there's obviously the PayPal, and there's the Patreon. And if you select the $10 membership at Patreon, you get the Discord benefits. And thank you to Kiwi Sue for doing that. And we went from 163 to 179 patrons, guys. So
very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And anything that you can do to help.
They took away our emojis.
They took away our damn emoji, Shady.
I'm so pissed about that.
Right? So yeah.
It gives us spirit and momentum and drive and heart. And
it does. And this is a meme that we saw in the Chan's Kiwi Patriot, and it made notable. But YouTube severed users of income ability in the middle of a world crisis and blames COVID-19, guys. I mean, that should be the headline.
You would think,
right? Pretty wild, right? Oh, look at Cutie's got a cool emoji right there. Yes. So there you go, guys. That's kind of what's happening. Thank you all for your support and all that. Let's look under here because I think some people said other people got monetized. More channels to add to my subscribe and support list. Thank you. Just Informed Talk, right? Let's see. We got Mike Barra, the real deal with Dean and Jim Fetzer got demonetized. Woke Societies 4 days ago. Harmful content to its users. Yep, quite frankly. Perpetual Maniac, I think, thank you, Zach, for retweeting that. Apparently this guy, Jamie Deluxe, was also, he was in the middle of a pandemic video, and a bunch of others were too. Apparently James Munder, Just Informed Talk again. Obviously somebody noticed that we were shady.
I'm hearing that people are getting thrown off of YouTube for doing crazy stuff out there, like filming empty hospitals.
Wow.
Yeah, you walk around on the street and you film a hospital and put it on your channel, and I'm seeing some people saying they're getting demonetized for that too, or taken down.
Here's a good get rid of it all. You notice they have 6 followers, right, guys? I mean, these are your fake people, okay? But we have True Reporting mentioned someone tonight as well. There's the never mind. Yeah, so that's kind of what happened. And look at, see, you guys are on pause. I didn't do it. Shady and I did not do it. So there you go. Just interesting, right? So support all the channels, any channel that you, we really, we're not funded by, foreign intel agencies.
Yeah, it just kind of wouldn't work out so good.
Right. People are talking
there
about...
might be some other people out there that are funded by foreign intelligence agencies.
Hey, Frank! Apparently the body of Maeve Kennedy Townsend McKean was found after the canoe accident in 20 feet of water. Now, they still haven't found the son.
Right.
And anybody that lives in Chesapeake Bay knows that you don't go out on the frickin' canoe without a life vest. Let alone with their 8-year-old son. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying, why do these Kennedys always have some sort of accident?
Yeah, that is unexplainable or a happenstance or something that, most people don't do.
Yeah. Planes
crash on clear nights.
Yeah.
They lie and say there's fog. I mean, it's,
Yeah. Wow. Wow. So basically, I did get Dawn. Thank you very much. Cash App. Thank you. So that does work. Okay. Thank you for helping me test that. Wickedly Wired Wearable Art. Thank you so much. Let's see. We got a friend. Let's see. Keeps taking down. Let me see what he says here. I got a friend saying he's on the show today. Welcome. Yeah, he's talking about Event 201. Yes, that did happen, guys. Event 201 happened. They even have videos there. If you do these videos on YouTube, they actually get taken down. That's why people say, hey, nobody's talking about Event 201. Well, we've talked about Event 201. And I actually went and looked at the video of the exercises there at the Event 201. So yeah, and obviously Fauci, that's why the Dems are saying Fauci, because they know that he's working for them.
And the president knows that too, by the way.
Yeah. And did you see him leaving yesterday? He kind of gave to the China reporter.
Yeah.
Right. I want to show you this, guys. Let's check this out. This is beautiful. Here we go.
Hey everyone, my name is Alexandria Agudelo. I'm a hospital corpsman 3rd class. I'm stationed here on the USNS Comfort. I'm Raw's crew, which means that I'm actually stationed on the ship. I checked in about 8 months ago during Continuing Promise 19. It's been a wild ride. I work here in the ER. I'm the only Raw's crew member here in the ER, and this mission has been really special to me. My uncle actually responded to 9/11 with the Comfort. He was a firefighter in the Army at the time, and having this opportunity to be here and follow in his footsteps, someone that is the motivation for me joining the military, it's been pretty awesome. This mission has been very humbling for me, and it's pretty amazing to be able to be here and respond to Americans after spending so much time in South America, and just kind of putting the corpsman rate out there for everyone so that people finally know who we are. You know, we're here for you, and you don't have to be afraid anymore. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys have a great night.
So let's. The Comfort was in South America, Shady. She's glad to be here. She's humbled to be on this mission. She is a hospitalman, corpsman, 3rd class, Alexandria Agudelo, right? Emotional testimony. And she finishes by saying, we are here for you. You don't have to be afraid anymore.
That really is a very interesting comment.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Anissa, oh my God. Thank you. Jennifer, thank you. One was Cash App, one was PayPal. Guys, I love you guys so much. Just so you know, Shady and I do this on the daily, and I've actually organized my life, got rid of stuff to make sure that I can, slim down, because it's just stuff, right? And, Shady hasn't done it. I was able to finally help with Shady, guys. And YouTube did this. And you don't know, YouTube actually is very good. A lot of people love doing this super chats, and God bless you guys. And thank you for every single piece of support you guys have given us. We're not going to stop, Shady.
We don't stop.
We're going to figure this out. But we need you guys. Right, here for who says one truth seeker is the real question. Wow, right? Here for who? You don't have to be afraid anymore. It's very interesting. I love that video. And by the way, I want to give a hat tip out to Liz Crokin. That was on Liz Crokin's Instagram account. And I got a big announcement, folks. Shady.
For Thursday?
For Thursday. What's
going to happen?
All right. So first of all, I want to thank Dave. Dave, thank you. Dave P. Thank you so much, sir. I want to give a big hat tip and shout out to Liz Crokin. So Liz is coming on the show Thursday.
Oh, how exciting.
And that's a pretty big damn guest, right? Liz Crokin?
I am excited to have her back. She hasn't been on in a little while. I can't wait.
Yep, she's been on in a little while. And I have a friend that is a fan of this show, of you, Shady, a fan of you, a fan of us, a fan of all of you guys out here in Twitter. And believe it or not, you're probably his fan too. All of you.
You might know him.
You might know him, okay? So we are going to have a very special guest.
Mystery guest?
Mystery guest.
Boom.
That is coming out. And he promised when he gets done with his project, which we're going to understand what it is tomorrow, he's going to come on our show first, guys.
I think you guys are going to enjoy him.
And I talked to him. That was probably the best news. Anissa, love you. Aw, Love you guys so much. You guys are amazing. So, yeah, we're such a tease, Katie. I'm not able to give the name yet. Nope, not iPod. Bigger. A lot bigger. No, not JFK Jr. Kenny. Oh, God, that would be funny.
Oh, here we go.
Here
now
we
there's
go.
going to be Daily Beast stories.
Here we go. Daily Beast. I just want to thank Brady H. Thank you so much. Wow, you guys are freaking amazing. Thank you. And Shadow Recon, I think you tried to call, but I'm here on the show. I'm sorry, brother. I missed it. I don't have my phone always here with me. Nope. Bigger, guys. I mean, well, Flynn. If it was General Flynn, that would be the biggest.
Can't
but
keep going. They're
Brian
gonna pin you down if you keep going.
Brian R. Thank you. Oh my God, you guys are so freaking amazing. No, not Don Jr. That's pretty darn big. Praying Medic would be big. He's been on here once. All right, so let me just tell you. Oh, I wish it was James Woodshane. But you guys will know him. But not know him, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, Shady?
No, it makes no sense to them at all.
It doesn't make sense?
No, but they'll figure it out whenever we bring him on.
Reptiles for Q said Q. Bigger than X22 report, even though X22 is amazing. Let me tell you, he's been over the target in a big way, guys.
He is really one of the core group here in what I would consider the truth news movement.
Yeah, absolutely. And Liz Crokin, who's huge, is going to be here on Thursday with Shady and I with a very special mystery guest, Shady. Oh, I can't wait. I talked to him, Shady, for about an hour and a half yesterday. Liz called up too.
Awesome.
And it was the only thing that made me happy since, we got demonetized yesterday. Let me tell you. Ooh, that was crazy. This is Miguel Fiorona. He's been cued a bunch of times. He just did a song. Let's just listen to it real quick. Kind of good, right? I mean, real people, real music. From his heart.
There is light at the end of the tunnel. There is light at the end of the day. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Don't let them take, ignore the fear. Don't let them steal our hope away. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There is joy at the end of the day. There is light at the end of the tunnel. So many fight, so many pray. Don't let them steal our dreams away. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There is hope at the end of the day. There is light at the end of the tunnel. United, strong, rejecting fear. Let no one steal our joy away. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There is light at the end of the day.
Wow. And people are saying volume low. Well, that's his volume, guys, not mine. You can only, I try to, the volume was low. But I heard it. That was so amazing from Miguel Fornia. I always say it. Miguel, thank you very much. It's Michael Beatty 3 at Michael Beatty 3. He's been cued a bunch of times, Shady.
Yeah, I know. And he's great.
Yeah, so I wanted to share that with you guys too. Vote, guys. Wisconsin Supreme Court. If you are a cheesehead, and I say that in the most affectionate way, If you're a cheesehead, get out there and vote for your Wisconsin Supreme Court. Vote Justice Daniel Kelly tomorrow, guys, and be safe.
And they definitely were trying to get them to stop having the elections, and the Supreme Court came back in the affirmative here.
And said, eh.
Wrong answer.
Right? Shady, here you go. Let's cover this real quick for you.
Well, this is interesting because they actually printed it. This is an article that gives you the history about how and when and what happened whenever they rescinded the order for you to own gold in the early 1930s. I will read a little bit here if you want me to.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of people forget about this as well.
Well, I think that most people don't understand that this is what happened. People don't realize the story. And I can give a little bit of an overview before we go into it. But basically what happened is the government sent out a mandate for all Americans to turn in your gold voluntarily. It was not a directive. It was a suggestion. And so all Americans who were hypnotized with patriotism walked in and turned in their gold. They sold the state their gold for half price. At the time, roughly $10 an ounce would have been half price. That was in 1933, 1934. And then by 1938, 1939, gold had escalated to $30 to $35 an ounce. And it has continued to escalate from there since they've been removing the wealth out from under you. So this was Zero Hedge yesterday put out an article, and I tweeted it out last night because I'd like for you guys I would like for everyone to read this article in full, just so you get a better understanding of what happened then, because this is an accurate depiction of which laws were used, what Roosevelt did, how he confiscated it, that most of the people that, now imagine if you're a deep state clown or an operative or a subvertier, whatever that word is, are you going to turn in your gold? You see, they didn't turn in their gold. They just got all of the people to turn in their gold. They didn't calculate what their gold was. And then they started immediately printing dollars. The dollars on them said a promise for exchange in gold and silver. It said it right on the bill. Whenever they tricked everybody, they're like, oh no, the paper will be easy. It's going to be a promise for silver and gold. Now your dollar says a note for all debt, public and private.
Right.
A note. Now it's a note. It's not a promise. You can't take your $20 bill and walk into the Bank of America and have them hand you $20 worth of gold. They don't do that because it's not gold. It's not money. It is debt. And so this being put up by Zero Hedge yesterday, I thought was extraordinarily convenient, considering that we're trying to wake people up to the Fed's processes and what they actually did in that time and how they manipulated patriotic Americans, much like they're trying to manipulate patriotic Americans on the left right now.
That's right.
It's a mind control.
And also, I want you to know that Richard Nixon, we all think he's a crook. He's not a crook. Do you know why he's not a crook? Because he's doing exactly what Donald J. Trump wanted to do, except he didn't have the Senate. Richard Nixon put the final nail in the coffin when he slammed the gold window shut in 1971, severing the last ties of the dollar that had to gold. But, you know, he was told to do a lot of this stuff, right? But if you go look at the Nixon, Nixon, and look at what he was saying and why and guess who was on the legal team, Shady?
Her?
Hillary.
To get her?
So now we're all mind controlled to think that Nixon is a crook and a liar. But when I went back and just dug it and read the information myself, he was a patriot, guys. He just didn't have the Senate vote. So he just stepped down.
Well, people probably understand better now, but there's a big difference between the swamp around you and what they're doing and what you're actually doing as the president.
Yes.
And there's X amount of control they have over the executive office, as you see with what happened with Kennedy and Reagan.
That's
and
right.
So now with Donald Trump, there was we had so much sauce on, so much stuff on them going into this that it was almost like the momentum toppled them over. They got too big-headed, too arrogant. They weren't covering their tracks. They weren't making things look like they were doing legitimate stuff.
Yeah.
They never thought she would lose.
Exactly right, Shady. And let me go back over here and let's look at this right here. This is the CEO of the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, guys.
And what does he have to say?
Oh, let's just watch it.
Okay.
Some banks, it seems like they're going at the speed of yesterday.
Stay tuned. So this is the transcript of his interview on April 5th, Face the Nation. Okay, guys? And it aired Sunday, April 5th, 2020. Here we go.
Global economic contraction is unlike anything we've
Boy, they have their
ever
volume low too,
experienced.
Shady.
And that makes it very difficult to project out what this slowdown will mean. This week, there were more than 6.5 million new unemployment claims filed by now jobless Americans. Combined with over 3 million last week, that means nearly 10 million Americans have lost jobs in less than a month. We turn now to James Bullard, President and CEO of the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, one of 12 banks that make up the Federal Reserve System.
12.
He joins us from St. Louis. Good to have you with us.
Pleasure to be here.
You and your team have predicted that 47 million Americans could lose their jobs, bringing the jobless rate above 30%.
You know, Shady, I think this is a little low. The volume is.
I think it's a little bit low for people to hear.
So basically, what he's saying, Shady. Let me just find it out here. Let's just go Control F. There you go. So, you know, I have good news for you, Margaret. There's a solution using available technology today to fix the economic part of this problem. The solution is universal testing. What you want is every single person to get tested every day. And they would wear a badge like they would after they voted or something like that to show that they've been tested. This would immediately sort out who's been infected and who hasn't been infected. That would help the health scare sector. But it would also help the economy because we could interact with each other with a lot of confidence.
Wait a minute. Didn't we say that this was the head of the Federal Reserve in St. Louis?
Yes.
Okay. Excuse me. My hand's up.
Yeah. Shady.
Why would the head of the Federal Reserve be talking about us getting shots and wearing badges?
It sounds awfully familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sounds a little bit like the Gestapo.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, boy, it sure does. They get more Nazi every day. So if you can't, I mean, we're trying to connect the Federal Reserve to your current reality. We're just showing you the gold. We've been showing you what the president is doing. And now you're seeing the Federal Reserve come out and tell you that every one of us needs to be tested for COVID-19 every day?
Yeah, and wear a badge, Shady.
And
maybe it could be a tattoo. You think we could just get a tattoo or something?
Can you just scan me whenever I go through the traffic light and
Beep.
check me there?
Yeah.
Like if I'm driving under the traffic light, it's like you're being swiped across the counter at the supermarket.
Right.
I mean, what are we doing here, guys? I mean, what? I'm getting hot under the collar, buddy.
Right. It's interesting, right? Also, I don't know if you saw Tucker Carlson yesterday, guys.
I did.
But apparently there was the EU guy saying we need to go into the homes.
Oh.
And separate the families.
Oh.
Because that's where the disease comes from.
The disease comes from the family unit.
Yes.
Am I the only one? Am I the only one that understands that usually once you've gotten a virus and gotten over it, you don't get it again?
Right.
Where did that common sense go?
I don't know,
It's
Shady. I don't know.
I don't know, right? Who the hell are these people?
I don't know, Shady. It's crazy, though. So let me just see.
You're going to make me wear a badge? You're going to say that. You're going to go on TV and say that Americans need to be tested every day and that I got to wear a badge.
Yes, Shady. And also, we have got the unelected European Union. Let's check it out.
Intensive care is not something that doctors recommend lightly. Boris Johnson is clearly in danger tonight, and that's a bad sign. Johnson is in his mid-50s and hale enough to lead a organization. Announced that in response to the spread of this virus, authorities may have to enter people's homes and remove family members, presumably by force.
In most parts of the world, due to lockdown, most of the transmission that's actually happening in many
What did he say?
countries
The
now
what?
is happening in the household, at family level. In some senses, transmission has been taken off the streets and pushed back into family units. Now we need to go and look in families to find those people who may be sick and remove them and isolate them in a safe and dignified manner.
Wow. You want to see communism?
Yeah. And that's the WHO. So whose talking points does the who do you trust? Who is giving the who their talking points, Shady? Wait, don't answer. Oh, you answered. But you're right. China is as a whole.
And just so everyone knows, kind of want to connect it back to the dig yesterday, the headquarters of the WHO is in Switzerland.
Yes.
And the World Health Organization is funded by America. So America funds this organization. China becomes the mouthpiece of an organization, while all the while Switzerland, deep state, Rome, church, hide right there in the background.
Shadow Rican says, good luck with that. But doesn't that guy look very, I mean, you know, and I don't like to, doesn't he look like he should be back in, you know.
I'm not going to expound on that. I'm leaving you there.
Oh, Shady.
Hang out to try.
Who would ever say that, dude? The World Health Organization. I mean, my God, folks.
And did you see? I mean, I think. Oh, you're probably going to talk about it in a minute. But the president called him out yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, buddy, he sure called him out.
Yes, and here. Okay, so here's Dr. Fauci. All right, well, let's find the. Okay, 1 year ago yesterday. Keep in mind, New York City is the epicenter. Q responds to his own post. We do not inform our enemies of the specifics. We instead instill fear in them to make unplanned and disastrous countermoves. Q. Epicenter. Full house. They are all here. 24/7, 365. Enjoy the show. Q.
24/7, 365, baby.
Yeah, and epicenter. So we know what the epicenter is now. New York City. They keep saying New York City is the epicenter. New York City is the epicenter, right? Where is my? I thought I had it. Oh, by the way, Cardinal George Pell leaves prison after court quashes conviction. Cardinal Pell says, I hold no ill will to my accuser after the high court overturns his child sexual assault conviction.
Oh, my God.
He holds no ill will to the child that he sexually assaulted, folks.
For telling the truth.
Oh, the Pope is going to have a terrible day, Shady.
Oh, don't get me started.
Oh, boy, guys. Say that 10 times fast. I know, right? Trump asks, and here we go, Shady. We're going to talk about it now. Here it is. So Trump asks Hong Kong Phoenix TV reporter if she works for China. No credit card. Continue free.
Oh, you can't play it. Of course.
No. China. So
I can set that up a little bit. She asked the offbeat weird question about it, and then he directly asked her who she worked for. She kind of wouldn't answer him, and then he said, "Oh, who is that?" And she's like, Phoenix, Hong Kong." And he's like, "Is that owned by China? Is that owned by the Communist Party?" And she was like, "Oh no." He was like, "Okay." Shook his head, kind of like went on.
And the Epoch Times, who I actually am really liking, guys, by the way. And Brian Cates also, I believe, works there as well.
That's Drawn Strike on Twitter, right?
Yeah, Drawn Strike, who I met. He used to hate Q people, but guess what? He doesn't anymore. Here, check this out, guys. Here we go. Here's the video, Shady. I got it.
supplies.
Yes.
Company.
Thank you very much. Go ahead. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. President. Only last week, there were multiple flights coming from China full of medical supplies.
Yes.
Companies like Huawei and Alibaba has been donating to the United States
People
like
I know very well.
1.5 million N95 masks and also a lot of medical gloves and much more medical supplies.
Sounds like a statement more than a question.
And Chinese Ambassador Cui Tiankai last night wrote an op-ed on New York Times calling to cooperation with the United States. So are you personally working directly with China?
We just signed a trade deal.
Hello.
It's the biggest deal probably ever made. And I hope they're going to honor that trade deal. If they don't honor the trade deal, then I'll tell you a different answer. But I think they will. They're going to spend billions of dollars for agriculture. They're going to spend billions of dollars for many different things, whereas China never spent money in our country. We spent money. We had a deficit, a trade deficit with China for years of $500 billion, $400 billion. We had the biggest trade deficits in the history of the world with China. Now China's going to spend a lot, has agreed to spend $250 billion, many billions of dollars in our country, much of it going to farmers and manufacturers. So I'll let you know. I mean, I hope they're going to honor the deal. We'll find out.
With China, are you cooperating with
I don't
China?
know. Who are you working for, China? You work
No,
for
I'm
China or are
working
you with a
for
newspaper?
Hong
Who are you with?
Hong Kong Phoenix TV.
Who owns that, China?
It's
Is it owned by
based in
China?
Hong Kong.
No, is it owned by the state?
No, it's not. It's a private owned company.
Okay, good. Okay. Look, I'll let you know. I'll give you a good answer to that in a few months. I wanted to see what they do. Because it's time for them to help us, okay? It's time right now for China to help us. And hopefully they do.
It's time for China to help us, and hopefully they do. And yes, Mike Hess, he said Huawei, which is G5, and Alibaba. That's what she said. But interesting, right?
Yeah, very interesting.
And again, I wish people would like up their volume when they record stuff for Twitter. I've noticed that, I try to make sure that it's upped, and Carly does too. So she's been amazing. But this is amazing too. I mean, by the way, Shady, we've got Hillary Clinton news.
Oh God.
Soon they will turn on their own. Shady was a Q post. The State Department refuses to back Hillary Clinton's attempt to avoid deposition. So Hillary Clinton and Cheryl Mills, they're basically seeking to avoid depositions ordered by a judge earlier this year.
They're saying they're too important.
Yes. Cheryl Mills.
As a previous government official, I am too important to have a deposition about my role as a previous government official.
Right. How old is that photo? Yeah, that's Hillary Clinton on March 4th, 2020. That's not, which clone is this, Shady? I'm kidding.
That would be C67489.
Oh, that is C64789.
Yes, that's that one.
That's that one. I can tell by the hands. Okay. So all right, that was satire. So the State Department on Monday rejected Hillary Clinton's effort to avoid depositions for herself and her former chief of staff in a lawsuit brought by the government watchdog organization, God Bless Tom Fitton and Judicial Watch. The former Secretary of State and her former top aide, Cheryl Mills, who also has a hand in Facebook, folks, and is SIS, are seeking a writ of mandamus to avoid a judge's order requiring their testimony in an open records case involving Clinton's use of a private email server for government business. Quote, the government did not seek and thus does not support the extraordinary relief of mandamus due to the unique circumstances of this case, reads the State Department's response, signed by multiple members of the Justice Department.
All I hear is winning.
Seventh floor, no more. Do you remember that Q post?
I do.
Right. Seventh floor, no more, Clinton.
And so she's within, just so you know, and I don't know the exact days on it, but she's within a 75-day, she has 75 days to perform this deposition. I think that we're roughly 30 days into that, maybe a little bit more. So she's going to start to wiggle.
Oh, God.
And I didn't mean that.
Oh, shady. Oh, eye bleach. Right, so here's the actual, and I'm going to drop this in there because I'm probably way ahead of the mods. I don't know. Sue's probably already got it. But here's the actual docket, folks, right there. Judicialwatch.org. This is the actual USCA case number 25056, guys. Right there. So pursuant into court order, this case arises from a Freedom of Information request. Man, I tell you right now,
I don't know what
Judicial
we're gonna
Watch.
do, but he's a hero.
Oh my gosh, Tom Fenton.
He's a hero, man. I mean, he is a national treasure at this point. It's incredible what he is able. I don't know how he's accomplishing it, but the stuff that he is able to get from the government through the FOIA Act is incredible. He needs to train like a team of people or something that I don't know. It's amazing.
He is absolutely amazing, Shady. And, you know, guys, when I met him, I thanked him so very much from the bottom of my heart, guys. And
I'm sure he was respectful and appreciated that greatly because this guy has been on the front lines a long time.
He's amazing. There he is right there.
He's taller than you.
Yeah, and I'm 6'4". He is tall, and he's got some guns. So there's our Tom Fenton, guys. Wow. He is not going to let Hillary off the hook. And remember, Q says that this has to be organic. So what's happening is these are Freedom of Information requests, guys.
This can't be tied to your president.
And I tell you, the amount of money that Judicial Watch spends on this, however, they do stand to get a lot of money if some of these cases are solved. And I tell you guys, this guy is absolutely phenomenal. Hat tip, clap, hat tip, hat tip, hat tip to Tom Fenton. Let's talk about this for a second, Shady. Now, I don't have any ill will towards this guy. There's a lot of people that I know, love, and respect that was thinking that this could be the real Q.
I've had a few people that I know and respect that did the same thing to me.
And they can think that because they're entitled to their own opinion. I or Shady will never tell you who to follow, what to think.
I'll tell you my opinion.
But yeah, we can tell you opinions all day and you have to be the judge. But this gentleman was actually arrested, Shady.
And what he was arrested for was something he admitted to in his videos.
Yes.
Which was targeted harassment of a physician, if I'm not mistaken. And then some sort of campaign. He was trying to tie this whole thing to Q and saying this is what he's doing for Q Team, that he's attacking this doctor for Q Team. And then he went on to make a video where he mentioned that we had live recording of a church shooting because we were monitoring the Q people.
Yeah.
And then he went on to talk about and flash a Soviet style weapon in front of the camera to all of us Q reporters. And as a nod or a threatening gesture.
Yeah.
Even sending DMs to most of us in the background with a picture of him in his basement.
Yeah.
With a nice screen or whatever it was.
So, you know, Q has made it very, very clear many, many times. There's been many, many, many people that have claimed that they are quote unquote Q.
Nameless.
And
faceless.
Yeah, nameless, faceless, not seeking fame. You know, and you know, I think I'm a pretty smart guy, Shady. And
well, you're definitely up there.
Well, you know, I you know, I'm not trying to brag or nothing, but I'm not trying to brag. I'm actually letting you guys know that I came into the Q movement with a lot of hope, going, "Oh my God, this really could be it. Is this real?" I wanted to make sure that I believed that this was real, right?
Before I went in public and wanted to talk about it.
Correct.
Like Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah, I didn't come to Twitter till February.
Right.
Because I was convinced. I mean, how do you get... Okay, so one of the biggest Q proofs that got me finally sold was when Q posted the Washington crossing the Potomac and said like Merry Christmas, and then the next day I can't remember which account posted the same damn picture, bro. Was it like the DOD or it was somebody? It was somebody big. I can't remember. And then obviously there's been many, 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 many others. And I'm sorry, but a Q would not talk like this gentleman. I have no ill will. I pretty much ignored him because how many times have I seen somebody claim that, Shady?
Oh, we've seen it a lot of times. And this is the way that I knew that there was no possible way early on was because of the way that he spoke to people as morons, as silly gooses, and all of these Pharisees, calling us Pharisees, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But then tagging me and tagging other people. What he was doing was tagging us in tweets, and then they have a robot army out there of about 300 accounts that are parroting it and acting like the stuff is legitimate, even to be showing like a picture with him with Scavino as recent as a week ago or something, trying to say that that's him with Scavino.
Yeah.
Q is whoever is operating behind the Q movement are humble, patriotic Americans, much like the folks right here that are typing in the chat with us today.
Yeah, Shadow Recon says he's no gentleman. I'm just trying to be, I guess, respectful to people that thought he was Q.
Exactly.
If that makes sense, Shadow.
Because people don't realize how, I've had probably at least 10 to 15 people who I thought understood what was going on, acting like they think this guy is legitimate and telling me, oh, you didn't watch his videos. Like, I watched his videos. I saw what he was doing. I saw the op. I saw him threaten this doctor. I saw him claim that he had live footage of a church shooting, and I can immediately see that he's trying to connect this stuff to Q. He's trying to get mainstream. And then within a minute of him coming out, Will Summers doing a piece on him in the Daily Beast.
Yeah, and I got DMs from people that know Doug Stewart, who's probably running up, head of the trolls. Doug Stewart, by the way, he's a nice guy. Shady and I have actually talked to him, and he's just doing his job. Right?
He does mean stuff.
He's basically been, if you recall, he's been doing this for over 10 years, and he's damn good at it. Okay, so sometimes you got to respect your enemy, right?
Yeah, but you say doing it, and people out here probably that's going over their heads just a little bit. So maybe I could just jump in and describe what he's talking about. If you're a conspiracy person and you've been on conspiracy boards, forums, internet webs, searches,
even mainstream news within the comments, Shady, yes.
Comments on mainstream news and the Chan boards, it's their job to create division and to slide conversations and set up disinformation and call people racist. That's kind of what they do. That's sort of like the project that they're working on, the divisive project, the hammer and chisel. So, as for instance, go on the boards on 8chan, post racist content about religious people, then go on as another entity and say, look at the stuff on 8chan. This is a racist place. Q isn't legitimate.
Right.
It's an operation. They're not people out there posting this stuff. The people that are doing it, the people that are sliding conversations, the people that are acting all weird on the chans, they are operatives. They are clowns. And Austin, mixed with many others, is falling into that same hypnosis, whatever it is, whatever the operation is he was running. It looks like he got arrested last week for doing exactly what he went on YouTube and claimed he did, which was hack a physician and then somehow spam his network system. So, how many of you out here in the chat are willing to go with me and mass spam a physician's equipment to try to shut him down and say that that's part of the Q operation? What does it have to do with Q? It has absolutely nothing to do with it.
No one, brother.
Not one of these people would go along with that. But all of a sudden, he's able to get this minion of trolls to go over and do something so that he can blame it on Q.
Right.
Get this?
Yes. And guys, so these...
Doug Stewart. Sorry.
So Doug Stewart And like I said, Shady and I I actually made the comment, how much do we have to pay you to come on our side?
Yeah, I told him to dig into his Tavistock history.
Right. And so he's actually a really nice guy. I'm telling you guys, he's not doing this because of hate or anything else. He's because he gets funded, okay?
It's a job.
It's his job, man. And he's damn good at it. So they use tweet attacks or Twitter attacks. It's a software made in China. And you can spin up over 500 phone verified
Twitter accounts
immediately.
At a snap of a finger.
And they even beefed it up to where there's AI. They can talk to each other. Yes, Gene is right.
They're Cleverbot. You guys know, the members know Cleverbot.
They're Cleverbot. Exactly right. So, they are using this against us. And in fact, Doug Stewart, again, has a lot of pull. So do you remember when Shady and I had a wrap-up smear circular reporting by the Patriots United Discord, went onto the Chan boards, went over to Neon Revolt, and got published in the Daily Beast?
And we had 3 articles written about us.
Yes.
From Neon Revolt.
Yes.
So a member of the quote-unquote Q community using deep state misinformation against the person of where we were going to speak. Not against us. We didn't do anything. We're going to speak somewhere.
That's right. And it doesn't matter where we go. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. No man will tell me what to do. I prayed and prayed and prayed, and I was getting attacked by the same damn shills. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm getting attacked by these people that said I was this. Now they're saying I'm that.
Well, can I talk to that
yes,
event
please.
just for a second?
Yes, go.
Because I like to think about things like this. I like to think about things after they've happened. Uh-huh. And I'd like to say that week of you and I and JT and Liberty being there together was one of the highlights of my life. It was so much fun being together and getting to know each other without being on the phone or, in the Discord or whatever. Like, just that experience alone for us to come together culminated with standing on a stage with about 700 people in the audience that understood the information we were talking about. They weren't combative. They were absorbing the information. And we had, I think it was 70 some countries we were streaming that to.
Yeah, 70.
We streamed that live to 70 countries that saw Matrixxx and I present for 6 hours plus on stage that day.
About the Illuminati, the cult, the Payseurs, the Trust the Plan. It was both the Payseur thread and the Trust the Plan thread, Shady.
So we were going to the heart of the bloodline conspiracy, and people like Neon Revolt were attacking Jay-Z Knight and saying that Jay-Z Knight was the cult.
Right.
And so they were calling us a cult, and they were telling us to leave the cult. Like, I mean, this is a person that has had Roseanne speak. She's had
we stood on the same stage as
Bill Cooper.
Bill Cooper, Shady.
Yes, and Robert Kennedy Jr. was there. I think that's his name. What they're talking about?
Yes, Robert Kennedy Jr. That's right.
Yep. And so, this is a place where she has people come and speak to her audience whenever they have groups there at the school. And so she, that's part of the thing is they bring in speakers and have this little conferences and stuff. And she decided to invite us to go do it. And we were excited about that. We shared that information with people that were in Discord. Some of them are here right now thumbing us down. And then they decided to go and get Neon Revolt to write these hit piece articles on us that caused a massive confusion in the Q community about Matrixxx and I and our information. And a lot of the people who didn't want us talking about Payseur seemed to run with that narrative because, as we noted, not a lot of people are talking about the actual trust. Not a lot of people are bringing attention to the trust. So that was a fantastic experience, and I wouldn't trade it back for the world, my brother.
Me either. And people are trying to throw deep state information research onto you and me. I am me, and you are you. Jay-Z Knight is a wonderful person. She is her. Just because I go talk to somebody, you don't have to throw their baggage onto me. And let me tell you that I am so honored to have met her, Shady, and to be with you and JT Wild. There were so many amazing things. And by the way, we posted the Trust the Plan. You know, we covered the Trust the Plan thread, right? And right after that show, first of all, I had a meme called Be Ready, right? Or Are You Ready? Excuse me. Are You Ready? And Q posted the very next day after I said, I am so honored to be here with all of you and being broadcast to all, these many countries. And we were getting told to slow down by the people and everything.
They couldn't keep up with translating.
Right. And it was such an amazing experience. Everybody was so beautiful to us. I was not treated. I don't know. I've never been treated so fairly. And it was funny too, because the very person that's on right now, and I'm not going to say his name, he's on right now on YouTube, broadcast that hit piece onto us from that hit server that Neon Revolt was in.
And
what did Neon Revolt say today, Shady? You want to read it?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Neon Revolt gave us a note today. He says, I think I'm leaving for a while. I don't think I'll be coming back for a while. Kind of like how Q disappears at the worst possible moment and never addresses any of our real concerns, like how do I cram Nephilim and aliens into the same cosmology Q, but only post dancing grandmas now. Frankly, I'm leaving mostly because I'm tired of Q-tards. To be clear, I am still pro-Q. I just think there's a lot of idiots in the movement who run with wild, unsubstantiated theories and make the rest of us look bad. Most recent one being that swaths of children are being rescued from underground bases and secreted away at the naval hospitals. It was fun doing this when it was a true Anon movement, but Anons were outnumbered by normies who think they're red-pilled a long time ago, which sucked most of the joy out of it. I'm also tired of being screeched at for pointing out facts that those normies don't even want to see, as well as discouraged by, frankly, the lack of loyalty within the movement. Some of you wondered why I started this stock trading group and started talking about markets a lot. Mostly it's because after about 10 months or so of Q posting lame, empty crap and me sacrificing basically 3 years of my life, putting everything I want to do and become on hold during that time, and saw certain maneuvers that, if the markets were honest, would have helped me get to where I wanted to be. Notice how this is conjured around I. But the markets were not honest. Trump pumped the bejesus out of things, flat out lied multiple times, and now we have record inflation. So, yep, my trading account has been utterly gutted by Trump's policy decisions, manipulation, and I'm reevaluating everything. It doesn't help that I'm tired to the point of exhaustion. I'm tired not really winning. I'm tired of my life being stuck in a holding pattern while I don't see any real forward movement. I'm tired of being screwed by circumstance. I'm tired of being lectured by know-nothing normies and entitled boomers all day, every day. If anyone wants to insult me for this decision, know that I probably won't see it for a good long while. And you should probably be unfollowing me instead. Believe me, you won't be missed. And let's be real. Most of you are unhappy at some level with the way I run things. So I think it's time for most of you to go seek out greener pastures, where you will inevitably rediscover the same issues all over again and maybe realize the volume of unseen work I did to try to make this place great. I don't think anything is really going to happen until October anyway. Well, get some kabuki theater between now and then, sure, but this is going into the election, no doubt. And I don't really want to deal with whatever the next underground raid on Dumb's crackpot theory is. I need some time to myself. TLDR, been taking too much friendly fire on top of enemy fire for too long, worn out, taking serious time away. Don't know when I'll be back. Goodbye.
Adios, amigo. And Neon, I just want to tell you, if you're listening and if you hear this, that I really appreciate when you said, "Oh my God, hat tip to the Anons that figured out that P was Pesor." So he did do a great article on us, Shady. And
the first one was good.
Yeah, and for that, I am thankful, Mr. Revolt. Thank you very much. Thank you, War Drummer, who helped me probably meet some of you here today, who allowed me to go on and talk about Pesor. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you to the people that have attacked us, but only made us stronger.
Correct.
God bless you all. Now, Friday night, March 27th, there was a stream, and they couldn't figure out who P and C was here. So I said, good show. Check this out. We'd be willing to come on and explain.
And that same server, that same time was whenever we were ambushed on Red Pill's show.
Well, no, this is March 27th recently.
No, I'm saying that when we were ambushed with Neon Revolt, and from the server when we were attacked, they set that whole thing up on Red Pill's show.
Yes, sadly.
You know, so they organized it. I don't know who was involved in it, but I just know that it was organized and orchestrated, and the sauce that they had on Jay-Z Night was fake.
Yep.
The sauce that they have on Jay-Z Night is fake. You can't use mainstream media fake attack articles from the 80s and 90s and apply them to people and expect Anons aren't going to read and understand and know what the sources are and what the information is.
So you mean Anons don't use the Southern Lawn Poverty Center for sauce, Shady?
No, Anons don't use Daily Beast for sauce either.
The Daily Beast for sauce too. Oh
Daily
my
Beast
gosh.
By sauce, then I would say you are sauceless.
Sauceless. So you know what? I just want to thank you all, very much. And believe me, this is not an attack. I mean, it was funny how when we went on that show, I was kind of in a crabby mood because, I've been attacked. My family's been doxxed. I had my daughter on video. I had to quickly try to remove that because she actually purchased an app for a local charity, and she did like a commercial for it. I had to quickly try to remove that because they doxed my child. They spell my name wrong. The red shoes thing in 2016. I don't know what red shoes meant in 2016, but they used that against me. These are wrap-up smears. Remember the first Q post on me? It was
attack the people, not the information.
Attack the people, not the information. So I tried to, even before on the Skype, and Shady and I said, look, we're being attacked. But yet he went through with it, guys. And so I didn't really want to talk about him, but
I mean, I don't think that, someone's saying, is Red Pill good? Like, this is not a matter of good and bad. Like, this is just a matter of what occurred. You guys have got to get out of this good and bad paradigm.
Yeah. So a lot of the information he presents is good.
But he attacked us for no reason, which was bad.
Right.
And whenever he did it, it would be one thing if he told me. I've never spoken to Red Pill before in my life. He sent me a message that day, giving me the link to the meeting that night, and I have it. And he had never sent me a message before. And in the pretext to us going on the show, he told us he wanted to talk about the research. Like he wanted to have us on and talk about the research and what we were digging into. So that's what we thought we were going to do. But then whenever we go right before the show, he's got a picture of Ramtha up. And then he immediately goes into an attack mode about how what we're doing is wrong by going to this event. This is not, he didn't tell us that that's what he wanted to do in the article. He told us he wanted to talk about our research and acted like he respected us. And then as soon as we got on his air, then he turned on us, and he's never sent me a message since.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's still an ongoing assault. We talked to, I get messages all the time saying, hey, I just retweeted you, and I got a DM saying that you're bad, and Q said that you're bad. Well, I'm on the top 200 list. If you want to know what Q said about the people on the top 200 list, just go look at the Q posts, folks. That's what Q said about us. Me.
That's exactly right.
And this account right here in the Matrixxx. So guys, man, I would like for just to extend, my credentials
You guys out there know me. You've listened to me do my show. What you hear on the Q Lounge is me.
Oh, Shady, when I went on to Red Pill, I acted like I had a chip on my shoulders, says Skipper Ike.
Well, would you so would you have a chip on your shoulder if someone lied to you about what they wanted to talk to you about, and then you could see 25 people that we know from the old Discord server
that Neon Revolt was in.
Neon Revolt was there.
Calling you a Q-tard, Skipper Ike.
They were in the chat calling us names and attacking us before we even came on the air, man.
Yeah.
Like it was a whole operation to discredit and smear us. Now, I don't want to point fingers and say anything, but I'd like to see the last time Red Pill 78 talked about the trust or the Pacers or what's going on with the Fed. Nobody talks about this stuff. I'm sorry, guys. Like, you want to talk about what Q is pointing us to, what the president is pointing us to. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
But defending the indefensible is like, whatever. Okay, we had a chip on our shoulder. I stayed there. I tried to explain
I hung
something.
up, dude. I was in a bad mood that day, bro.
If you go back and listen to it, you'll hear me attempt to explain this to him in a very direct, calm way where he wouldn't listen to me. And then he just left me. He's like, okay, well, I'm done with you. Didn't want to continue the conversation. He just got his attack in and then was done with us and turned me off. He cut me off. Now, that's what happened. You can make your own decisions. I'm not talking bad about anyone.
I wanted to talk about the Pacers and all that, and the 15 times I've been queued and the one time Shady's been queued. How many times has Red Pill been queued, folks? Anyone? Shady?
So it's just interesting that we have the spearhead of the attack on Matrixxx and Shady was from Neon Revolt. I just read you what Neon Revolt said. Boy, he sure did call you guys Q-tards. Boy, he sure did call you boomers. Boy, he sure did say my markets crashed. I was investing heavily in the markets. What that tells me is all your book sales that you were making from selling the Q book, you were putting back into the market. And then whenever the market tanked, you decided to take everything out instead of ride it out with the rest of us.
Right.
And now you're mad at us. You're mad at what? Who you're mad at? You want your country?
So this is not supposed to be an attack on Red Pill, Zoltan. We're sorry. But
I'm not attacking. I'm telling
we're defending ourselves. There's a big difference.
I'm allowed to defend myself, everyone. I don't care. I'm sorry that you can't take it, but I am allowed as a human being on planet Earth to defend my position.
Yeah. It's funny when Stop It Quit says Jay Haslett Jr. We've been very silent on a lot of this stuff, guys, because every time we say something, they say that we are attacking. Do you see how that works? So in a free society, if somebody attacks you with violence, and violence isn't what we see on boxing and in the ring and the octagon. Violence is doing an act unto your person to hurt you either monetarily or whatever. That's what violence really means, guys. So being taxed by the IRS is violence towards you. These people made people not look at us, guys. They made us, it was violence on our account. It was violence, guys. So in a free society, and that's why I hate this a lot. Like, let's say my daughter gets bullied and punches that bully and the bully punches back. They in a free society, you are allowed to defend yourself. Do no harm to others is the crux of a free society. Do no harm to others, period. But if somebody does harm to you, you are allowed to fight back. That's what our president does, too.
And that's what we should be doing. I mean, instead we're sitting here being quiet and not saying anything.
So what's happening is my daughter got bullied. She finally punched the bully, and they both got in trouble, Shady. She stuck up for herself. She defended herself. She was doing no harm to that bully.
Nope.
This is what people have to understand. So they can sit there and attack us all day long. Yet when we stand up for ourselves, we get accused of attacking.
That's exactly what is happening. That's exactly what Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats are doing. I didn't attack anyone. I didn't go after anyone. I didn't call anyone out. I liked Neon Revolt. We had all their information on our site. No, I didn't read. I personally,
I was shocked when I got attacked by Neon Revolt. Absolutely.
And I knew of Jay-Z Knight from before. Like, I knew who she was. I thought it was an honor whenever she offered for us to come speak at her place.
And I had no idea who she was.
So I knew who she was. And then we saw the stuff that was out there, the deep state stuff, and we dug into it. We dug into it way before we told anybody about it, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Who do you think you're talking to here?
We can go anywhere we want to, Shady. This is a free world. But they got all hung up on trying. It wasn't about any of that, Shady. It was about them trying to stop you from seeing our information, just like what's happening on the Chan boards right now.
Every day.
We post something about the Payseurs on the Chan boards. Guess what happens? All these memes. I'm a Patriot. I'm a shill. It's Pope. It's,
when was the last time you saw a post on 4chan or on 8chan or 8kun that said Red Pill 78 was a patriot?
Patriot. Anyone?
I've never seen one.
Yeah. And they bullied us, Lois. Yes, Lois. Yeah, Lois Barrett. They did bully us.
We were completely bullied and we were not treated fairly. And then we cowered away and
I love you.
Shut up and didn't talk about it.
I love that some dude. I'm here to listen to ITM and Shady. Oh my God. Love you, bro.
And we're not here to derail the conversation, guys, but I'm here to talk about what's going on. We just read you what the person who spearheaded these attacks on us did. I mean, I could tell you more. I could tell you some stuff that happened in the background with how they emailed us from the wrong account and how we got the server from the Bahamas and how we know where some other servers are too. I could go into some stuff.
We can also tell you that he's mining for Bitcoin if you go to his site off your computer.
Go on his site and your computer is all of a sudden mining Bitcoin for Neon Revolt. I could tell you that. And then they spread all the rumors around saying that our website was doing what they were doing.
That's right. And by the way, Jeff O'Brien makes a great point here. He attacked us, Jeff, right as his book was coming out. Book deal.
Sure did.
Yes. Very interesting.
Literally, right as.
And let me tell you guys, we
attacked Steel Brain 2 and Playing Medic.
Yep. We know who they all are, guys. We've actually once we this movement, like once we're on the other side, I should say.
We're gonna have some stories to tell.
We're gonna have some really good stories to tell on how. I mean, this operation with the Doug Stewarts, the MAGA Coalition, the people on Discord, the bots, the trolls, Alex Jones, foreign intel agencies. Praying Medic is awesome, by the way. He's always had our back.
Always had our back. So has Jordan, Lisa May.
Yep.
Lots and lots of Patriots out there have our back.
Yep. And, they try to tell you that Matrixxx is bad, but yet, you go to, the Q posts, let's go to QAg. I mean, I'm going to show you this one more time, guys.
I mean, well, it's not only that, but go through either of our Twitter feeds and show us one place or one tweet where we got out of line in 2 years.
That's right. So here it is.
Out of line.
Here's Q post 2880, Shady.
Let's try to decode it.
Let's try to decode it, okay? Let's see where it says Matrixxx bad. Okay. This is a public service announcement. A targeted direct purge. Targeted accounts. This is a Politico story. Hillary Clinton. IVR voter fraud, okay? Here are the targeted accounts. Let's see, I don't see. To run the race, what is on here, guys? That's the only one I know. Except I know a lot of them now because we've all talked. Anthem Respect is also very awesome, by the way. So, yeah. So I would suggest following every one of these people, by the way.
Any of them that count's still up, please. There's only about 50% of them still up.
Yeah, Run the Race, this account, To Run the Race, has another account. She actually got whacked. For some reason, mine hasn't. Probably because I'm bad. Okay, so here we go. This is...
You're protected by Jones.
Oh, look. There I am. I'm on this list. Let's see. Let's keep going. So this is end 1Q. Start the second 100. Oh, let's see what Q says. Shady, read that for us.
Patriots, you have been selected as threats, falsely labeled as foreign disinfo agents, though they attempt to disguise at the bottom as not all. This is an attempt to target and remove by false pretense all threatening voices, elimination of free speech to prevent loss of control. These actions are now being monitored and would strongly encourage forwarding this information to the appropriate members of Congress, Senate, and the media. We believe that this is a test run to effectively silence the opposition while testing the potential media backlash and or official response. This attempt to remove and silence fascism, those who oppose their view narrative, should further demonstrate their resolve to control the message narrative. Win at any cost. Q.
Huh. All right, and here's 2080 again. Here we go. Oh, there's intheMatrixxx, guys. And let me tell you, the intheMatrixxx account, it's not just me. It's us. It's you.
The moderators here. It's everyone that has helped us.
Here in chat, you guys are part of this account. Always know that. No one here is above the other. We are all in it together. We're all in this together, folks. So here's end one. So there's another intheMatrixxx one. See, all of these are Q's. Like, so, you know, I did that. That's me. And Q used this meme probably about 11 times. There's my first one, talking about the Democrat playbook, new playbook needed. Do you believe in coincidence? Think of context, nothing to see here. Yet right now people are saying that I'm dividing.
I mean, it's just crazy.
How am I dividing, Shady?
How many messages that we've gotten in the background about what people have said. I don't know what's going on. We can't see it. All we know is people respond and tell us what's happening, and it's consistently, and it really started after this Neon Revolt article attacking us with fake sauce.
That's right.
Now, I am going to come back around and be very, very nice. I personally do not have anything against Red Pill 78.
Me either.
I don't. I am literally just telling you. I am not telling you to not watch him. I'm not telling you to not go to him. I'm actually telling you the opposite. I'm telling you to support anyone that you like. Please, anyone that you like, I would love for you to stand strong with. And if the day comes in the trenches and I was back to back with Red Pill 78 and he's got my back, then I'm going to have his back. But I'm just telling you what happened. I am not attacking anyone. I'm telling you the story. And if I tell you the story, I have to tell you the truth. And if I tell you the truth, I have to include my emotional reality in that truth. What happened to me, how I was harmed, how I had subscribers removed, how we had people come against us and attack us. Had we had this whole Patriot thing attacked, just us. It's just Matrixxx and I are the only Patriots out there.
Yep, that's us.
Because they're all attacking the people who are saying the thing that they most don't want said.
Payseur.
And I'm not saying...
Payseur is not just a person, by the way.
It's not a person. It's not just a name. It is a entity.
Right. It's the trust. By the way, real quick, Shady, we've got somebody in here that hasn't been in here a while. I just want to say hello to Crux, my brother. Can't wait to come on the show Thursday.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Wait. Uh-oh.
Huh?
Somebody's revealing it.
Everybody say hello to Crux right there in chat. He says, can't wait to come on the show Thursday. And remember our important announcement. We have got a huge guest tomorrow, Thursday, Liz Crokin, and a very special mystery guest, Crux. Say hello to Crux, everybody. Now, I can't tell you who he is yet.
We're going to let him tell you.
I'm going to give you another hint. And Crux, don't tell anybody anything yet.
Yes.
Okay? Shh. But I'm going to tell you that you have seen him before. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
I would like to say to him, I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate all your support. I appreciate the conversations that we have had. I appreciate the work that you do, and the power that you bring to this movement is going to be exponential, I think.
Yes. And by the way, he's on Twitter as well. And you might find out before us. I'm going to let him run the show, if you will. Let me go over to Crux here right now on Twitter and get him over here. Crux. Crux. There he is. We follow each other.
Lori Q guessed that the guest was Crux.
Yep. But you don't know who he is yet. So everybody, And I told him yesterday to get on in here because he's been very busy on the project that he's going to reveal to you all tomorrow with
Thursday
with the infamous Liz Crokin.
And we're going to have a nice open round table type discussion about tons of stuff.
Yes. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Dude.
Please set your calendars.
So Crux and I, Crux is a big fan of you, Shady. And Crux is a big fan of me. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm a big fan of you. What are you talking about, dude? And we had the best conversation yesterday. And we've actually spent hours on the phone. And I was telling him, like, remember yesterday when we kind of got a POTUS? Like, we read the thing about timestamps. We talked about love is patient, love is kind. We went over and go, oh, look, the POTUS just tweeted and we got love is patient, love is kind. That's Anon interaction, folks. Now, we also witnessed that together, and I'm so glad that our president coincidentally did that for us. I also was on the phone with our friend Crux, who you will meet tomorrow. He's a follower of the Lord Jesus Christ, and he's an American patriot, and he's a freaking amazing dude. So we were talking on the phone, and Q posted exactly what we were talking about. So he's witnessed it as well, guys. And you have the power. How many times have you been talking about something or in a Discord researching on something or thinking about something or just tweeted something and Q
has a similar message?
Has a similar message, right? It's amazing, isn't it?
It's happened to a lot of people, man.
Yeah, Crux says unreal. He remembers that. Dude, I love you, bro. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. And Liz Crokin, oh my gosh. This will be the second or third time Liz is on the show. We've kept in touch, and I really, have a secret crush on her.
Uh-oh.
She is a beautiful person inside and out. We brought her on this show. Remember how she was so attacked on the Pizzagate? And now it's real, folks. We know that it's real now. She has been attacked. Beautiful person inside and out. God bless Liz Crokin. Get over to Liz Crokin on Instagram and follow her if you guys don't mind.
Please
yes.
do.
Oh, God, dude. And so what Cruxes and Liz are going to come on, I'll give you a hint. It's a project that they're working on, and it's going to be debuted here on our channel.
Bring your friends and bring the popcorn.
Bring your friends. Oh, God. Crux, thanks for coming in. Let me see if he's just texted back or anything. Dude. I'm going to say, dude. I'm so excited, guys. Press 17 if you're excited for Crux and Liz Crokin for Thursday. Let me see all those 17s, guys.
Give them to him. Make sure you show him some extra love.
I don't see 17s. Yeah, where's mine? Oh, God, that's a 14. Darn it. Where's 17? There it is. You guys beat me. Look at that. Look at the 17s, Crux.
Those are for you, and they don't even know who you are yet.
They don't even know who you are. They're going to know. Oh, my God. I am so... And, God bless you, my brother, for, he made a promise that he would come on our show, Shady.
Right as he started to reveal. Yep.
Yeah, there he is right there. Let's see what he says. You can show the trailers tomorrow. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, dude. All right.
We've got these guys on the edge of their seats out there.
Oh my God. I'm on the edge of my seat, JD.
I feel like we're gonna push them over.
Oh my God. I'm gonna be pushed over. So guys, you gotta be here Thursday. You got to get this out because Crux is coming from quote unquote anonymous. He's stepping into the light, dark to light. And he was told to do this. This is his mission. And he's giving up a lot in the material world, if you will, to do what he's doing. And I am so proud and so honored to know you, Crux, brother. Wow, guys. Shady. Oh, my God.
Exciting.
I got a Crux crush, Jeff. I do. And you will, too. He's badass, bro. He's a badass. Okay. All right. So, I don't know what else to do, Shady. I'm just so shot out of a cannon, dude. We got a sealed indictment opened, and it was Austin Steinbart. I mean, oh God. We got Kayleigh McEnany will replace Stephanie Grisham as White House press secretary. We've got QAnon idiots very concerned about mole children now. Who has ever said this, Shady? Mole children? Okay, so here it is. You're a QAnon idiot.
Oh.
Right, Shady? Are you, so since the very beginnings of satanic panic in the 1980s, believers in satanic ritual abuse have been obsessed with tunnels. One of the most memorable features of the investigation into McMartin Preschool in Manhattan Beach, California, were reports of underground tunnels. Dude.
It's coming back in. This is about how it comes back into the conversation organically. We were talking about all this stuff 30, 40 years ago, and the media worked diligently to shut it all down. They control the music, just like they control your politics.
Amazing, Shady. Look at this article. I'm telling Crux that I got a Crux crush. That was funny, dude. Somebody said that. I love you guys. So this has kind of been a weird channel. As you know, we were demonetized as well. We need your support more than ever. redpillliving.com/intheMatrixx. We've got My Patriot Supply. We don't have a YouTube membership anymore. We've got Cash App, $Jeffrey123. We've got paypal.me/intheMatrixx. And we've got Zelle, ZELLE, Busan, ITM@intheMatrixx with 3x's.com. So thank you for your support. So what do you think? So, Shady, I did real quick. Let's look at mole children. So I did a lookup for mole children, Shady.
And I know we found a couple interesting things there.
Mole children. Let me just do the search again. I've never said the word mole children. I've never heard Gene or anybody else or any other QAnon person say anything about mole children. Let's go to news. All right, so I got a different, wait a second, mole children's books. They changed it on me. Hang on. Mole children. Okay, here we go. So I look up mole children a day ago from Wonket blog. We got that. Here it is. 10 secrets about the mole people living underneath the streets of Bucharest, Romania. And kind of went to this. It was like, oh my gosh. And we know that Romania has spelunking. I've actually done spelunking in Budapest, which was wild, dude, going into those tunnels under there. And wow. But in Bucharest, the capital of Romania, is likely any other town. The streets are roaring daily with traffic. There are restaurant streets, but there are people living underground. And these are people, they're called mole people over there. But look at these pictures. And these are probably just homeless people, right, Shady?
Oh, yeah, that's what I would imagine.
Yeah. So I've never heard the term mole people, but yet QAnon idiots. This is how you get into when I was in Hungary, Budapest. That's how you get to go spelunking. It was not easy to get in there, dude. Let me tell you. But look at what's that guy got in his head, Shady?
Concrete.
Weird, right? They're saying he has silver hair, but I just thought it was interesting that there's an article of something we've never. And by the way, remember the Oprah Florida Boca Raton house that we debunked? We debunked that, guys. And they said that we were promulgating that conspiracy. Very interesting, isn't it? We debunked that, Shady. On this show, you guys, us, we, together. So this is very interesting. So here's the tweet, because people are saying that, there are baby things and all this. Of course, like all QAnon BS, it's rather difficult to pin down what official storyline here. There's a theory that has originated a brief recording of two people who claim to know nurses working at the Central Park. Remember, we talked about that. It wasn't a direct, they know. So it was people that know nurses that worked at the hospital. So 3 degrees, Shady? So we didn't really play that because we are the news now, guys. And we've got to be very careful. However, if you watch yesterday's video, we connect a lot of this 1917 tunnels and explosions and earthquakes that people are feeling to Q posts, but it's a theory until proven, correct? Future proves past, right, guys?
And that's all we could do. And that's the same thing connected with all the children and any of this other stuff. Like I said on the lounge the other night, I don't care if we don't see any of it.
I know. And we may not.
I don't need to see children being carted up out of tunnels and put onto ships and exposed as to who they are if they've been kidnapped for 20 years or 5 years or 3 years or whatever it is. That's, what's the media going to do if they see that? Can you think logically?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
This is not what we're going to see.
Yeah. Wow.
These people, if they've been kidnapped and taken, they have rights. We don't have the right to see them being rescued.
Right. I guess QAnon, so whoever this is said save the mole children. So, and then here we got Travis View. We don't, okay. Pray for everybody, the children, the soldiers, you, me, the president. Pray everybody fighting right now. And this could very well be happening, Shady.
Exactly. Well, I tend to think that it is happening. I don't know of a better time that it could happen, and I know that they exist.
Right.
I don't care. I've seen pictures. I know what's down there.
And if you're watching Blessed to Teach, Gene, he's also saying it's a theory as well, right?
Yes, he is.
He's actually handling it very well too. So we are the news now, folks. And if we go out saying that it's true, without proof, we're going to get lambasted just like this. So very interesting, Shady.
Very, very interesting.
So QAnon idiots very concerned about mole children right now. Well, if those are the kids in Bucharest, Romania, yes, I'm concerned about them. God bless them. I pray for them. Gosh, Shady. I tell you.
It's disturbing, bro.
So this was interesting. In Southwest Florida International Airport, there was 3,500 cars that kind of
saw this from a brush fire,
got destroyed or damaged. They don't know, Shady.
Well, yeah, somebody was trying to say it was a brush fire that caught them on fire.
Yeah. Okay. So burned vehicles. I got all these things. Hang on. Let me close these. So look at that, Shady.
That's pretty crazy. All the rental cars from what was an airport down there, right?
Yeah, Southwest Florida International Airport. There was 3,516 cars destroyed or damaged by the fire. 3,850 remain undamaged, Vicky Moreland said. I just think it's weird.
That is weird.
Unless it's like, hey, we got to get insurance or something, dude. I don't know. The cause of the fire is still being investigated by the state fire marshal. Saturday morning, the Forest Service returned to the scene to make sure the fire did not pick back up last night or in the morning. According to Melinda Avini, forest fire mitigation specialist. Friday, the fire appeared to be spreading the flames and higher even as 2 helicopters continued to drop water. Is this video of it? Let's see. We could get a commercial. Hang on. But this is odd, no? Does this happen all the time, guys?
I wouldn't know how the hell it plugs in.
Right? Look at that, Shady.
I can't remember seeing anything like this before.
I think this happens all the time, no? By the way, we got somebody over there saying Ian is good. Didn't say the name, but we're shills. Hear no evil, speak no evil. Absolutely. Look at that. I just wanted to show you that because it's not being reported anywhere on mainstream news. We had helicopters dropping stuff, Shady. Water. Look at that. In Southwest Florida. Very interesting. Just thought I'd point that out. That's live video. If you want to check that out, I do have the tweet. Mods probably already dropped it in. We reported this a couple weeks ago, and it just was on Fox News yesterday, Shady. NORAD and NORTHCOM moved their ops into Cheyenne Mountain, Shady.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, we did that. You and I reported that maybe 2 weeks ago, bro.
Right, and they've sealed themselves in there for until the end of the pandemic. They're sealed. That mountain cannot be penetrated. You can't go in or out anymore.
That's right. Pretty interesting, right?
And it's interesting to me for other reasons.
Yes.
It's interesting to me because that would be the entrance to all of the other tunnels.
Oh my God, dude.
Think about that logically, Anons.
Are you talking about mole children, you QAnon idiot?
They can't get in, they can't get out.
Right? Wow.
Same thing, right?
Wow. By the way, I want to read this comment. Delana Weir, while she was ministering at her local drug rehab in 2015 in Western Maryland, one girl really took to her. Her story was heartbreaking, and she was sex trafficked from Romania as a 9-year-old girl. Wow. God bless you. One of my theories, guys, is that Melania knows. Oh, wow, Shady. This has been kind of a wild show. Let's watch this from Saul. Prayers for Boris Johnson.
Almost enough to make you feel patriotic. So here's one for our ass-kicking Prime Minister. I think he'll enjoy this. A golden oldie for a golden oldie. Give you all that you need. Wrap your love around me. You're so exciting, I can feel you getting hotter. Oh baby, I'll take you down. I'll take you down. Where no one's ever gone before. And if you want more, if you want more,
Jump! I love it. I'm dancing. I'm dancing. Look at coronavirus. Who's the best? Saul Memes, you are the best. God, I love her. Get well soon, Boris. From your friends in America. Yeah, apparently he went into ICU. Okay. So prayers. He had to put a deputy in charge, Shady.
Yeah, I saw that, and they moved him to intensive care. I'd like to maybe a little glimmer of hope would be if he gets the hydroxychloroquine, he can come back and say how much it helped him.
Wait, Maxine Waters says no to hydroxychloroquine, Shady.
So does all of the Mockingbird media. They go from being experts in Supreme Court to experts in impeachment to experts in congressional law to experts in COVID-19.
And
it's crazy. It's like they have all the answers for everything, and anything that you do that's against their answers is anti the truth.
Wow, I know people like that. We just covered some of those.
How that keeps coming up in our life, isn't it?
And guys, thank you for bearing with us. Okay, I really appreciate it. This is. I didn't sleep really well last night from this demonetizing. It hurts us pretty bad, guys. Senator Rick Scott is right on the money, by the way. Blasts WHO over its work for communist China. It works for China, guys, and calls for a congressional probe.
It works for China and we fund it. It works for China and we fund it. It works for China and we fund it. Why can no one understand this?
It works for China and we fund it. Sing it.
What about the UN? It works for China and we fund it.
And guess who, besides the United States of America, guess who is the second largest donator to who? Let's see if they do it. Let's see if.
Who could it be?
Who's the second largest donator to who? I want to see your answers, guys.
And don't say Horton.
Who? Horton is a who. Okay, Hopeful American, Crafted, bingo, bingo, bingo.
Oh.
QD, bingo, Bill Gates, guys.
That is correct. And who is out there trying to say that none of us can gather in public again until all of us have a shot?
Who?
Bill Gates.
Who do you trust, guys?
I don't trust who, and I don't trust UN.
And our beautiful,
and I trust Anons.
Our beautiful mod, we already are on it. In February of 2020, Shady, February 10th, Trump seeks to have funding for World Health Organization as coronavirus rages. This is February 10th, 2020, guys.
That's quality.
The president's new budget would cut more than $3 billion from these mofos.
Let's quarter, not half.
Right. Wow, guys. Thank you, Jackie, for that. You know what? I forgot to cover something too, Shady, about the World Bank. I don't think we covered that. I need to go down here. This is very important, folks. Oh, by the way, the Playboy Mansion is under serious construction, folks. And there's historic crib under serious construction, guys.
Interesting word, crib.
Crib. And look at that. There's a digger there, Shady.
What are they digging?
Can you dig it? Also, I noticed too, and check it out in your own cities too. There are Clematis Street in West Palm Beach is under. They're digging in there too. They're gonna do something into the streets, and they're starting to excavate. Very interesting, right? Okay, so look at this, Shady. Apparently, and this is Candace Owens. Apparently, doctors and nurses around the world are wondering why no one is dying from heart attacks and strokes anymore. Flu.
Oh yes, thank you. We did need to cover this.
Yeah. So look at this, guys.
So there's
where have all the heart attacks gone, Shady?
Nobody dies of heart attacks during my corona?
Nope.
Or nobody dies of strokes during my corona?
Nope.
And we're not at home. We're all at home, so we're not dying of drinking and driving from my corona. So my goodness, we may have fixed the world. We just all die of corona now.
And Q was arrested, so let's pack it up, guys.
Q was arrested. And,
how funny is that Adam Steinbart is a freaking sealed indictment, bro?
Neon Revolt is leaving, so yeah, pack it in.
Pack it up. Pack it in. Look at this. Let's be extra clear. You do not have the power to do anything still. And that's Candace Owens' brilliant response to Hillary. Let's be clear. Don't you hate that? And don't you hate when you see on the news what you need to know?
What you should think.
What you need to know about whatever we're telling you, propaganda. I really hate
the NBC slogan was, the more you know. The more you know what?
The more you know. Exactly right. So let's be extra clear. Let's be clear. Trump does not have the power to cancel or postpone the November election. Candace says, let's be extra clear. You don't have the power to do anything. Still, how about go to your frickin' deposition?
Yeah, she's got the power to show up and raise her right hand and swear an oath and answer questions. You got that power.
I love Candace Owens, Shady.
She's amazing.
And here's actually digging in. The Epoch Times dug into that and did prove that she worked for Chinese Phoenix TV, and we'll cover that in a second. But I think I need to go down quite a bit, so bear with my scrolling for 1 second, folks. Oh, by the way, Anon's new, and what did we know on 319, Shady? Chloroquine. CQ. Q post 9 April 2018. Thank you, Z. Good start. China. CQ cancel. Q.
Chloroquine.
hydrochloroquine. And it was announced that day. Anons no, guys. White House news conference. We had Octothorpe, mind-blowing show today talking about the White Rabbit and CERN. Yeah, because I didn't do a thread, and I saw nothing on the boards in regards to that, by the way, Shady. Also, Detroit rep, Democrat, says hydrochloroquine helped save her life, Shady.
And thank the president.
God bless her. God bless.
Not going to see that on Morning Joe.
Nope. Let me keep going down. Gosh, Shady, I did this a while ago.
What are you aiming for?
Remember the video, Shady, of the World Bank?
Yes.
I'm getting that.
But I think that was a little while ago.
Oh, by the way, if you guys watched theharvest.org, it was called Spring Cleaning. POTUS directed us to watch that. The pastor said this. I fell off my chair. Set your alarm for 7:14. Should that be AM or PM? It doesn't matter. Just set your alarm. When it goes off, pray. It can be twice a day. It's okay. Just set your alarm for 7:14. And also 7:14 is this. Cron 7:14. My people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. Then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and heal their land. Pretty neat. And a bunch of people tweeted this, but I wanted to point out Matt Whitaker that I believe is indictments.
Yep.
Okay, so that was that. We forgot to cover that the other day. Operations underway. We did that yesterday. We did that. So it's a little bit before this, Shades. Not far. Forgive my scrolling, but it's worth it. Is it this? Is it this? U.S. manufacturing coronavirus. Charles Lieber. Oh no, that was the Charles Lieber. It's Alex. Oh, tomorrow, guys. Alex Jones.
Big reveal.
Big reveal.
He's promised us.
Kind of interesting, right? Oh, here it is, right here, Shady. Let's just play this for you guys. Ready? Here we go.
The virus, investors who bought pandemic bonds from the World Bank in 2017 are set to lose hundreds of millions of dollars. Here's One America's Pearson Sharp.
Following the outbreak of the coronavirus, investors who bought bonds from the World Bank back in 2017 are set to lose hundreds of millions of dollars. After the last outbreak of Ebola 3 years ago, the World Bank issued what's called pandemic bonds in an effort to raise money in case of another global viral catastrophe. The funding...
Wait. Pandemic bonds in 2017. Keep going.
From these bonds would then be used to help support nations suffering from the infections, whether it be Ebola or some other disease. During a crisis, it's often difficult for relief agencies to get the money they need, and so the idea was to have the money already on hand when an emergency strikes. Investors eagerly bought up the bonds, worth about $500 million, ordering more than 2 times the amount which were being offered. The bonds had a high yield rate of nearly 12% and were set to mature in July of this year.
July 2020.
But as always, there was a catch. If another major global outbreak occurred, investors would lose all their money. The deal clearly outlines the requirements for triggering such an event, specifically mentioning that if there's an outbreak of coronavirus, payment of bonds would be suspended.
What?
Oh. Boy, that's convenient.
Guys, the payout on the bond is suspended if there is an outbreak of a new influenza virus or coronavirus, SARS, MERS. The second riskier bond raised $95 million at an interest 11%. This bond would keep the investors' money if there's an outbreak of filovirus or coronavirus, guys.
Before July of 2020?
Before July of 2020. Who is a stable genius? Who is a freaking genius? Now we're grabbing the World Health, Shady.
Just under the rate, or just under the timeline, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh.
Let's let the report play out.
Bonds would be suspended. The agreement states that if more than 2,500 people die across at least 8 different countries, investors will get nothing. 2 weeks ago, the bonds were worth 60% of what investors paid. Today, they're worth just 10%. Under the deal, the maximum potential payout is no more than $195 million. But critics point out that the World Bank still hasn't delivered any of that money for aid. However, the bank technically has until 84 days after the start of the outbreak to release the funds, which would be mid-April. It's not clear whether or not investors will get their money back, but the World Health Organization's declaration of a global pandemic likely saved the World Bank hundreds of millions of dollars. Pearson Sharp.
Wow. Because they don't have it anymore, Shady, is my opinion.
I would have to agree with that.
Shady, we have breaking news. U.S. strike in Somalia kills Shabab senior leader. Have you taken in 2000? Let's see. Let's make sure the date of this, right? This is. I don't see the date. April 2. Okay, here we go. April 2, airstrike by U.S. forces in Somalia killed a senior leader of the Al-Shabaab militant group, the U.S. Defense Department said on Tuesday. The strike left 3 Shabaab militants dead, including Yusuf Jiis, Jiis, a foundational leader of the extremist organization, which has carried out deadly attacks against Somali government and public targets for years. Wow, guys. Africa Command Commander General Stephen Townsend said Jiis was a key leader in Al-Shabaab. His violent, ruthless, and responsible for the loss of many innocent lives, Townsend said in a statement. Wow, Shady.
Crazy, right?
I bet they're going to be mad and want to open up an investigation.
I bet they're going to say that we shouldn't have killed him.
Impeach 45!
He's killing our allies.
Oh my God. God bless our military. God bless our President Trump. Salamini, right? You know, every time you see somebody that's maimed, you think of a Democrat that wanted to not kill that person. Or even a Republican, guys, because this is not R versus D, Shady.
This is not R versus D. This is good versus evil. This is human beings versus whatever the hell it is.
And Rocket Girl out there, thanks for grabbing that sauce. And who was it on Twitter or here? David said, David Fernandezal. David Fernandezal. Thank you for that. See, breaking news here. You guys rock. Here we go. This is another one here from Military Times. Wow. That's it. That's what we're doing, guys. We're fixing everything, folks, man. Wow. Let's real quick. Oh my gosh, I'm stuck here.
Uh-oh.
Yep, I'm stuck.
Uh-oh.
I'm stuck. So Shady, what do you have to say? What's going on? Like, what is your thought process right now? We got 1,500 people watching right now. We bless you all, guys. Thank you very much for coming here.
I would just like to say thanks to everyone for hanging out with us. Thanks for your support, your love, your participation in this adventure. And just like all of you, I love winning.
Press 17 if you love winning. And let's check this out. This is from Julian's Rum. New video, The Storm Will Be Biblical.
I'm going to pull the whole thing down. I'm going to bring the whole fucking diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's going to be biblical.
Can you say boom? That was amazing, guys. And, again, kind of a somber show today. We're going to get back in it. Thursday, we have the infamous Liz Crokin and Crux. I got DMs, Shady, going, hey, give me a hint who Crux is.
Stay tuned. Nobody. You better not
give
tell
me a
them.
hint.
Don't you tell them.
I gave you hints. If you can't figure it out. So,
much love, everybody.
Much love to you guys. We're going to get out of here right now. Also, I pray and love everybody that's attacked me and said that because we stood our ground and defended ourselves, but they spun it around like we're attacking. Guys, I just love you guys so much. Think for yourself. Take my information, Shady's information, everybody's information. Think for yourself. This is a cult of thinking for yourself. That's a good That's a good thing for a cult, right, Shady? Think for yourself. It's a good way to run a cult.
It just won't work like that.
It just won't work, right? Cults don't want you to think for themselves, do you? Do they, Shady? All right, guys. Fear not. Do not fear. I hope you guys are all having a good quarantine, if there is such a thing. Keep watching the news. Keep following the president. Keep fighting for this beautiful country. And God bless each and every one of you. See you tomorrow.
phony, fake. A few days ago, I called the fake news the enemy of the people, and they are the enemy of the people. Underestimate people. Never. I don't think it'll ever happen again.